Hello traders, this is day number 74 of small cap market open test trading. We did take one trade today. I'll show you that in just a moment. But before we do, I want to take you over to the spreadsheet and just give you a bit of an update because so far this month of April, there has not been a lot of trading. So here is April. And I haven't gotten all the statistics in here, but all of the trades are in here. There's only 5 trades this month, and all of the kind of -1R or +2R, if there were any winners, would be up there. But there's not. We have 5 losers for the month of April. And you might think, wow, 5 losers for the entire month, and that's all you've done all month. This plan must not work. That's not the case because you could clearly see if we hold till 3R, which is what we've been talking about all along, we would be up 15 times our risk, even with all these losers in April. And if we skip our first entry and just use it as a signal, we would be up 15R even with 2R. And with 3R, we would be up 24R. That's 24 times your risk. That means if you're risking $100 per trade, you'd be up $2,400. Even if you're risking as little as $10, you'd be up $240 right now after 87 trades. So the other way that I know that 5 trades in a row that are losers, it doesn't mean that the plan is broken, that it doesn't work, is earlier in the test we had 18 losers in a row and we're still profitable with that. So you just can't go by, okay, I'm on a red streak, something must be wrong, I need to change it. It's really about the long term. So that's what we're doing here. And eventually I am going to finish this plan. It's taken me a while because first of all, the market conditions aren't that great for this strategy, but more so is the reason why we haven't finished this sooner is because I've been extremely busy outside of trading. That's all on me. I try to make trading as much of a priority as possible. I feel like I owe you guys a result from this plan, especially those that have been sticking around for the long haul. We will get there. We only have 13 trades to go. We're so close right now. I feel confident in telling you that if you wanted to just start trading this plan today, you definitely could. The easiest way to implement this plan and make sure that it's going to be profitable in the long run is by holding till 3R on every single trade. So if you do exactly what I'm doing right now, but you just make sure your profit target is 3 times your risk, then this plan will be profitable. However, if you want to up the profitability of the plan, it's going to be a little bit trickier to trade, but it definitely is possible. It will require a little more discipline because you're going to have to watch that first entry go by and wait and use it. Wait till it gets stopped out. You have to map it out on the chart. I'll show you that at some point, that first entry. But basically, it's where you see me enter the trade. Then you would mark out where the stop, loss, and profit target would go for 3R. And as soon as you get stopped out, then you wait for the next entry. You take that, and you see that one has an over 51% win rate. That's for 2R, by the way. It would be a little bit lower for 3R, but anything above 25% for 3R is profitable. So if you want to kind of optimize this trading strategy, what you would do is use that trade number 1 as a signal, and trade number 2 would be your first entry. And you can see that even if you just held a 2R, which I don't recommend, you would be up 15R. But if you hold till 3R, which I do recommend, you would be up 24 times your risk. So if you're risking $100, you'd be up $2,400 right now. If you're risking even as little as $10, you'd be up $240 right now after 87 trades. So that's my advice to you if you're excited about trading now and you want to start doing it earlier than later and use this plan. Hold till 3R, and even better, use that first entry as a signal. I still highly recommend trading with one single share until you've collected the data for 100 trades. I really recommend that because your results might be a little bit different than mine. But they should be very, very close. If you do the exact same thing I do, trade off the small cap screener, use the same criteria, daily chart criteria and entry signals that I use, then your results should be very similar because we've now been testing this since September and everything is kind of averaged out over time. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Let's just look at the video real quick and then we'll wrap this up of the trade that I took today. So we had AXSM on the screener. And it never broke out over its previous high, so there was no trade there. Then we had ATR. Let me fast forward to where that one is. ATER, sorry about that. And that did give me a signal. And in fact, I missed the first entry, but it didn't hit the profit target on the first entry. Now, when that happens, and you're going to see me check that, this is really important. So right now I'm hovering over this candle, the high 703, so that means my ideal entry would have been 704. So I need to check, did it hit the profit target? If it didn't hit the profit target, then I can get in on a retest, because that means that the trade that I wanted to get in hasn't completed yet, and I could still get in it in the exact same place, and it amounts to the exact same thing. So that's what we're looking to do right now, and you can see it came down. It's at 702. I try to get to my hotkeys in time to get in at that 704 level. I'm a little bit late. Let me just show you that in real time, and I get a little bit of slippage, which could have happened on the original entry anyway. So here we go. We end up with 708, so 4 cents above our ideal entry, and we place our stop loss in place quickly, which is very important because stocks like this could flush. And you'll see what happened is we got stopped out immediately. But what's more important than that is we stopped at a -1R a day, because I mark out the weak point of the stock. So I decide that right here, this level here is the weak spot. So if it goes below the low of day, that's not always the case, but in this scenario, you know, because this thing kind of goes straight up overall, even though there are some pullbacks here, you could have marked this as the low. That would have been a little bit more conservative. That would have been fine. You still would have been out after one trade. I gave it a little bit more room and placed my kind of moment of weakness here at the low of the day. It still went down to that level and stopped us from trading any longer. So we just took that one trade and that was it. So we're ending the day -1R there. You could see it went down below that level. So that's how I knew not to take any more trades. And I could show you it on the charts right now, what it's done the rest of the day. Let me just pull it up on my charts only page here. So here's ATR. Yeah, so here's where we were trading it, back around here, and then it came down and broke down through this level of weakness, and notice that it just went sideways and it's just getting weaker throughout the day. I guess maybe this is kind of a weird candle. You might have gotten a 2R trade here, but you would have had to take a lot of losses. This would have not, even a 3R trade would have not made up for all those losses. So that's why you just want to stop once you've decided, okay, either the stock has gotten weak or I've hit my max loss. Like, I only allow 3 trades per day. There, that candle disappeared. So who knows what that was? That might have just been a glitch. Anyway, yeah, so if you look over here, you might think, well, you could have gotten in on the break of this candle and this thing moved up nicely. But my stop loss would have been at the low of this candle, because it would have been a consolidation area. So anyway, then in that scenario, this would have not gone to 2R. 2R would have been like $7.40 using this candle as the stop loss. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have time for today. I got to get going. Let me know if you have any questions below, and hopefully we finish this test sooner than later. But as I said, if you want to start trading it now, just go back, rewind the video, and listen to what I said about holding the 3R and possibly using that first trade as an entry signal instead of a trade. As always, go in every single trade with a plan. Stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.